threw the plate of Alfredo at her. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Jaymone, and I'm back with another freaking video. At this point right now, I really don't know what I'm going to name this video, but from the title you can kind of get a gist of what I'm feeling be talking to y'all about, okay? So before we get into this video, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and make sure you turn on your post notifications so you always know when I drop a video. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay y'all, so to get right into the story, this happened, I don't know the year, but I was a junior. Was I a junior? I was either a junior or a senior in college. So you know, my first 2 years, a little backstory, my first 2 years I stayed on campus. I stayed in like the little dormitory thing, whatever, you know, I had that little feel. And my junior and senior year, I decided, well, my junior and senior year, but I stayed an extra semester. That last semester I just went back on campus. But my junior and my senior year, I had moved off campus. And so me and my one friend, if you saw my other story time, to Get Ready With Me, and I told y'all we set some dude up. If you didn't go see that, pause this and go watch that before you watch this one. So I'm just going to give her the same name. Her name was La Cienega. So she was my roommate at the time. And then we had another roommate. Well, me and La Cienega, we were already like close friends. Like that was, you know, my bitch in college, period. So the other one, you know, we was cool. We was cool. She, like, I would consider her my friend. So we didn't mind, you know, her rooming with us. We didn't want a stranger, because if you didn't find another roommate for the other bedroom, then they would assign you with a random roommate, and we didn't want that. We didn't want that at all. So we gonna name her Abby. Okay, I don't know how it came to that name, but we just gonna name her Abby. So we decided to room with Abby. So now Abby, whew, this is a lot. All right, Abby has a boyfriend, and we gonna name him, y'all, I'm trying to be shady as F, but like I can't figure out the character name. Boom, got it. So we gonna name him Ted. It's so shady, but we gonna name him Ted. So that's Ted. Ted had a boyfriend. I mean, not Ted had a boyfriend. Abby had a boyfriend named Ted. And so the funny thing is, I already knew Ted from high school. Me and him had went to the same high school for like a few months before I transferred to, you know, my neighborhood high school. So I already knew him. Like that was like somebody like I would consider like my best friend. Like, you know, we talked to everything, stuff like that. But during this time, we kind of like fell off. Like, I don't know, I just started knowing like weird stuff. And then you know how when your roommate, like, I don't know if y'all know, but like if your roommate, they, you know, got a man, and then the boyfriend is always over here and all this other stuff. So I used to get annoyed with him because I used to have like, we had silverware inside the house, like real silverware inside the house. We had Tupperware, you know, little plastic containers to store your little leftovers in, or take something for lunch to the campus, whatever. That started going missing. We didn't have, by the end of the freaking year, we only had like 3 forks. Like our silverware started to go missing. His sneakers will always be in the living room floor. Like his sneakers was always there. Like we always knew he was there. Like even when he wasn't there, he just would have shoes there, and they just would be thrown like on the side or whatever the case may be. So it was like kind of, after a while, kind of got annoying, whatever. So I think that she kind of got the hint that he used to annoy us, or whatever the case may be. And then another thing is too, like, don't nobody want the man over there all the time, because we walk around the house any old kind of way. So, and half of the times we don't be knowing that he there until we see the shoes, and then we like, oh, you know, let me go change, whatever. So So I think she kind of got the hint that like we was kind of like annoyed by him, and so you know she would always be over there. Like at one point, like we barely seen her. She'd probably come home like get clothes or whatever the case may be. She'll be home for like a day or something like that. But or like you know if they're going through something, then she'll be you know home. So we never really saw her. I think she kind of got the hint that we was kind of annoyed with him. So like she would always go over there. So this one, that was like, that was a lot, but that was like the little black backstory. Now we can get into the actual story. So, this one particular day, I was in bed, sleep. I wasn't even asleep. I was just in bed. And if you know me, you know me, I go to bed naked. If you know me, you know I go to bed. I don't sleep with clothes on. I honestly don't even like clothes at all. Like, I feel like clothes are the most uncomfortable thing ever invented. Anyway, so I'm laying in bed, you know, I'm on my phone, got the TV running, and has what's her real name? Okay. Abby has a really like distinct voice. Like if you hear her voice, then you know that that's Abby. So I just hear a lot of commotion downstairs. So I get up because I'm really trying to figure out, you know, like what's wrong. So I go downstairs. Well, I grabbed my towel. I didn't just go downstairs free balling, but I grabbed my towel, wrapped it around me, and I went downstairs. And I'm like, you know, what's wrong? And so I can't remember like what she told me, like the context of their argument. I just know it was over females. You know niggas. You know them. So I just know it was like him and females and whatever that case may be. And then a topic of eggs came into the conversation because like I told y'all, he used to leave stuff at our crib. So the topic of eggs came up, and I guess he was complaining and he wanted his eggs back. So he wanted his eggs, y'all. Alright, y'all hear me? He wanted his eggs back. Okay? His eggs. Eggs are like $2, but I'm gonna continue. So I guess like it was a thing like you know like is you serious? Because that was my thing. Like is you serious? Like you really tripping over some eggs? They like $2. Like you really tripping over some eggs? So she goes and says, okay, I guess she made dinner. But she did make dinner. I mean, it's not even a guess. She did make dinner. And she was like, if that's the case, then you ain't gotta eat the food that I just made you. You know, because I paid for it. Like if you want to be that petty, you know, don't eat the food that I just made you. So I guess he did not care, and he grabs the plate that he had and throws it at her while she's leaving the house to come back home. Now, mind you, I forgot to even tell y'all, mind you, our house is down the street from him. Like, our house is like, maybe like the fourth house starting out on that row. And then like his house is the last house on that same exact row. So she was leaving to walk home, and he threw the plate of Alfredo at her. So, you know, she's like all hysterical, and you know, she's pissed off, which, you know, you're right. Like, you ain't have to disrespect me like that. Like, don't ever in your life disrespect me like that. Because we gonna have problems. We really gonna have problems. Like, it was never that deep. And especially over some eggs. It was never that deep. They like $2. Sir, I will give you the $2 myself. Calm down, bro. It's $2. Eggs. Don't understand. So, hold on, wait. I'm all jumbled up in this thing. Hold on. Alright, there we go. Alright. So now she's telling us about it. So now y'all know me. Well, y'all don't know me, but y'all will. I'm overprotective of my friends. I do not play that. I do not play that at all. Especially when it comes to these niggas. I do not play. So I'm like over here like he really tripping over some eggs. I'm like, if it's that deep, like we can go give him his eggs back. Like we can really go give him his eggs back. It's not that deep. So I said, come on, let's give him the eggs back. Like we gonna toss these things at his car. So me, La Cienega, and Abby had this celebrity, and we were just going F his car up because he got you all the way messed up. Like we just was going in. So at first we was going this is so messed up, but we was going to pour sugar in his tank, but we didn't have a funnel and we couldn't figure out how to make a freaking funnel. But then Abby was like, you know what, y'all, I think that's going a bit too far. Like we ain't got to do all that, you know, whatever the case may be. We just gonna give these eggs back to him since he want them so bad. So I went upstairs, got dressed. I put on my little hoodie, you know, maxed up. What's up? It's up and it's stuck. So I know y'all. But so yeah, I put on my clothes, I put on my hoodie, whatever, put that joint on. So then we start, you know, handing out the eggs. We walk right down there. Then that's when we just start throwing them on the car. We cracking them all on his car, like windshield, hit the roof, the hood of the roof, the trunk, everywhere. So once the eggs was done, we decided to go back home and grab our eggs. At this point, we didn't even care about just his eggs. We wanted to grab our eggs because at this point, you got us all the way messed up. And so we went right back down there. So we like, all right, I wonder if his car door is open. Did y'all know this man's car door was open? This man's car door was open, y'all. It was open. It was, oh, for sure, it was open. And you know what we did? We for sure cracked the eggs all in his car. When I tell y'all, we cracked so many eggs. We cracked them on his seat, on his floor. And mind you, this was like this had to have been towards the end of the semester because, like, you know, spring semester is starting to get warm again. So we just knew his car was gonna be funky the next day. Funky. So listen, y'all, we just cracked it all over. It went inside we cracked it inside his trunk. We cracked it in his seats, the floor. We cracked it everywhere. Like anywhere in a car part that you can imagine where you could crack an egg at, that's where we cracked the egg. Like we smeared it. It was embedded. It was embedded in his seats. Period. Floors, everything. So we ran back home and you know, we just went to bed. We went to bed like it was nothing. Oh, I'm cracking up. I didn't even skip the part. We didn't even go to bed like it was nothing. Honestly, we was so like, yo, like, you know, because we did have like, you know, like a little complex security or whatever. We like, oh, what if they seen us? Because whatever the case may be, you know, the cameras and stuff like that. So like everybody was kind of a little bit on edge because we seen like literally, like no lie, y'all, literally like, I want to say a couple minutes after we came back in the house from doing all that, like the patrol car started riding through. And like we just thought it was weird because they usually don't ride through, like just to ride through. So we just thought it was weird. So anyway, we all just went to sleep. We woke up the next day. I go to class, La Sienna go to class, Abby goes to class. So long and behold, La Cienega catches Abby cleaning off Ted's car. Moment of silence. She was cleaning off Ted's car. And so I wasn't there for this part, so I don't really know like how like the top of the conversation went or whatever. But Abby had told La Cienega that supposedly the cops came knocking on the door after I left for class. Came knocking on the door after I left for class and told her that, you know, the car had to get cleaned off or else, you know, he was gonna press charges or whatever the case may be. So I don't know how true that is or whatever the case may be, but either way, I wouldn't have been cleaning shit because you had me all the way chopped and mother effing screwed. I wouldn't have been cleaning none of that. But that sums up this, you know, this quick little story time about how, you know, we had to get right with it. Like we had to get right with it. And that's funny because I'm always that person that's just gonna be down for whatever with my friends. Like, you want to slash this man tires? Come on, I got the knife for you. Okay? Like, you want to mess this man car up? Come on, I got it for you. Like, I'm here for you, baby. I support you. I'm with it. I'm with it all. I'm cracking up. But like, yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you guys like my story times. You know, follow me on Instagram and Twitter as well. I do polls to see which story time I should do. And so if you guys want to interact with me on there, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. It will be linked in the description box, and you can also find it in the beginning of the video in my intro. So make sure you follow me on all social medias. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.